names in European Valorant right now, clashing head to head. The first couple of shots are set free, but no real connections just yet. Just some bits and pieces thrown into the mix. And speaking of mix, Mixwell leading straight in towards B. Powerful play. Straight postured for a retake though, Liquid. They're not going to try and fight this one.
Yeah, that was a little strange there. They both swung on the Aldrone. They saw that nobody was coming up to follow up peak on that. And actually, look at this re-aggression towards mid. As I say that, they shut down that lurk from Ardis. They knew the Aldrone came through A main. Everybody swinging back towards mid. Soulcast now got to land some of these shots. He finds one. Mixwell good for the trade though, but Liquid now 4v3, man advantage in the retake.
Yeah, they're working this, but they still need to get steps on towards the site, and that's a problem. Mixwell's winning out his fights. That's opened up an avenue that he can sit towards, catch a new crossfire if he needs to, but he just fades away into the smoke. He's on 11 HP, but he's still a threat. He's still a problem. The cross comes in, they've made it through, but where are those shots? It's Zeke on the site. 100 HP, sitting pretty. A bit of util thrown in. They're trying to work this time now. Dwindling. Zeke still sharp as ever. Distracted, sure, but he's still fighting the good fight. But it's all down to Mixwell. Link and Eccles. The time is so close on this.
He's got it. Easy. Easy.
Easy. Look at that time left. You're telling me that's easy? Come on now. Yeah.
I was sweating a little bit there. It's unfortunate. Obviously, Mixwell. I've got to disable the in-game chat, please. Man. It's every time. That's one thing this event, the banter between the players has been fantastic. And I mean, yeah, Scream absolutely landed. Mixwell just so cheeky with the frenzy. And for those quick peeks, finds it. And yeah, Mixwell, I mean, he has to play his life. He has to be the one to either find that bait peak or find a kill. And G2 are actually going to reinvest back into this. 2 Spectres, 2 Stingers, and a Ghost.
I guess it was a close round, right? It can make sense. They've got a very similar purchase. Soulcast looking for information. He found more than that. He's in all kinds of danger. Yeah, he's overwhelmed. G2 looking powerful. Yeah, they're not messing around here. Mixwell wants to be the tip of the spear, thrown into the site, just puncturing them on the side. And he's continuing forward. Look at Mixwell. He's enraged by even getting to this point, trying to make a statement, and he might just be doing that.
Again, though, Ardis the only one that's able to stay away from sight, and you know how difficult it is. Ardis just has to buy time for his teammates here. Looks like he's going to get hard cleared by the flash, and it's perfect. Eccles and Link combined for a killer piece here. Zeke now got to hold down the fort with Pit on site.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty. Pit, his turn. Yeah, outdone. Liquid pulling off the retakes really now. Here we go. 4 alive. Diffuse going to come in. Not quite as close as the last round. Good work overall for Liquid, keeping composure, and I want to highlight what you noted there. That flash to clear out where Ardis was waiting, so integral, because that position is such a time purchaser.
It is indeed, and we always talk about that position on B main, especially post-plant for the attacking team. Your one job is to buy time, stay alive as long as possible, so it's unfortunate. I think actually Liquid only really committed Eccles onto that, so the breach flash, just enough to clear him out, but another convincing B hit from G2. And this is something that every time they play Ascent, they do this. And yes, it comes back to that kind of conditioning factor as well. They always have to lean heavier this way on the defense, just in case G2 just continue to do this.
God damn, Scream. Cheeky little fadeaway there, finds Zeke. And Zeke's been shut down this game already. Quite a rough start for him. You can see Soulcast trying to find that info. If he can. No threats building just yet. That initial pick has definitely thwarted that hit.
Probably just... Ooh, Soulcast finding one through the smoke there. Pit loses his head. Liquid keeping formation, actually. You can see 2 players, Eccles and Link, still back over. Actually, the recon will tag up Scream, but actually Scream comes out better in terms of damage in that fight, at least. G2 still trying to force their way in through B. 40 seconds left now. It's after going to be a fast rotate if they don't hit B now. But like I said, Liquid staying in formation. Link and Eccles still over towards A.
30 seconds left.
Ardis' options. They're looking limited. You see Cryptics now post up. They seem to be predicting the next potential play coming up through middle, maybe. But it's going to be the rotation from the Sova heading over towards 8. Getting ready for the short presence. Liquid correctly predicting here. Now they just need to land the shots. A 1-for-1 trade out. Patatech going to at least trying to create this avenue forward, but Link, great control over distance with that Spectre. And there you go, 3 alive again. This is looking good for Liquid. 3 on the board. And if you want to fight G2 on this map, you need to be clinical.
It is, and again, early wins in terms of round and the economy.
10 seconds left.
That builds a bit of a bankroll for Liquid. G2 on the other half, again, 4 members down to 500. Mixwell's got his Blade Storm online here, so again, look for him to maybe use that on the next round, that potentially if they lose this one, they're going to be on a save, or I think is that an extra 2,900 credits in essence for G2.
A bit of mid-presence being shown. Last round you saw Cryptix kind of being the player sat there. Way deeper on site this time, giving up at least some entryway to this, but they seem a little late to the party on the awareness there. Mixwell got a freebie, or at least a free of a start. You see Eccles just very aware of the chance of more play coming through this way, and a heavy lean towards B for now, but they haven't quite pulled the trigger yet on the hit.
And look at that though, the recon going to give a lot of information over to Eccles. Actually, 2 members still back site here. I didn't even notice that. Soulcast and Cryptix playing very deep. They still got to do it. There you go. Yeah.
This is looking pretty decent. Soulcast is being such a nuisance. He's staying alive here. Artist though did find Link, so Soulcast is feeling the pressure. And G2 are going to apply further. Eccles, good attempt. But Mixwell has come online here. I've got to say, Mixwell's been a bit of a game changer for G2. And he'll happily do the heavy lifting if he has to. 6 kills already to his name, and we're barely into this matchup. But I've got to see the rest of G2 looking sharp now. We need to see everything coming together.
I do indeed, and I can't help but think this is Liquid maybe readjusting very well, but once again G2 showing that brute force factor has always got to be a consideration when you're playing against them. It's again 5 members committed to this B push initially, if they find what they're looking for. Aldrine going to give up the gig though, that he's prepped there with his Rolling Thunder. The Hunter's Fury in response. No tags just yet, but it denies any push through to B main.
For now, I mean, look at this playback in. They basically wasted half of G2's utility early on, and G2 have nothing to say for it. That's very well played on at least the utility economy front. That's not bad at all.
G2 now swinging back towards mid, see if they can catch anything on the back of that scuffle, but Eccles again, just the fact that he's able to stay into B main that late means that they can send 3 over towards A site. That Killjoy utility cutting off that market push, the turret obviously watching the B main, so Eccles and Cryptix can just play contact off that turret. But again, this audio cue actually going to give up the gig. Blade Storm popped as well. They're going to hit.
Okay, Eccles forced to fight, but Cryptix has his back, and now you get to see the ultimate popped on the other side. Cryptix, so nicely played again, but overstays his welcome. Patatech and Artist trading in well, making it work slightly late on the execution. 15 seconds is all they've got left. So Spike needs to go down, and there can be no way to stop this. I don't think Soulcast has anything in the tank to really deny it. Neither does Link, of course. And now they'll retake a 3v3 post-plant.
Yeah,
Link
all 3 of them on site.
Yeah, tucked in. It's a tricky crossfire to hold. You can definitely get caught off, and a bit of late game utility invested here. Scream looking for the potential first, but stepping lightly as he goes. There you go. Going to use his own smoke to maybe create a pathway forward at this point. And see Scream now struggling.
1 enemy remaining.
And it's Soulcast and Link doing great work. There's still 1 left though. Pitt's back here still.
Yeah, and they've cleared through B main, so they should have a really good idea of exactly where he is. Scream drops down, but Pitt actually going to get the better of him, but the defuse comes through. We'll find 1 consolation kill, but Link trades it out, so great composure demonstrated by Liquid. And again, we always talk about, I was talking about it in the second round there. As soon as you get stuck onto site, you really need to make something happen. And I think G2 opting to just play deep in backside and try and run the clock down as much as possible. But the fact that Scream flanks all the way through B main, it removes that time factor. G2 don't have that extra crutch. in the post-plant situation. And now, economically, look at it. I mean, we've got one weapon coming back on the side of Zeke. But a scrappy buy nonetheless for G2. And Liquid, so far, a very good defensive look here. You can see now they've rotated Cryptics over towards A. He's got his lockdown available, so expect him to maybe try and put that to use here on this push.
Scream.
Oh.
Pit! Where did that just come from? Just swings out, beheads him. Mixwell going to now take up the mantle. This is great positioning and a really powerful take from G2.
Out of charges.
You got the lockdown, going to force them all the way out here. Pit, he's watching that flank, but actually, look at this. The kills come through for G2. They can't destroy the lockdown. Oh, he did finally get it, but he's traded out now. Link's going to find 3 kills. Eccles aware at the flank. Patatech repositioning. Pit, he's all the way back in A main, but the camera's going to give up the defuse.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
Solcass sticking on the defuse here. Timing's of the essence. He's Pit. Okay, Pit got him off it. Nicely played by Pit in the end. 3 big kills and denies the defuse coming through.
I was lucky there. Again, he managed to stick it through the half, but the timing on that smoke, Solcass knew it was about to drop and unfortunately swings out. Pit still gets the better of him. So G2 will put their second round up. A lot invested there, to be honest, on the side of Liquid. The lockdown, that went in. The Blade Storm went in from Scream. That was immediately shut down by Pit. Really nice headshot from him. A little bit of investment coming back into this one from Liquid. So, thing is, this is what I was about to say. We're not seeing them overly aggressive on the defense back towards this heavy B main presence.
You're right.
Eccles about to get a lot of company.
Not giving away the game yet, but that Aldron's going to force his hand. He can't really do much other than this now. Yeah, nicely done by G2. Oh, Mixwell. 3 huge kills, cracks it open. There's no threats anymore. He's eliminated them. Scream, sure in the back lines, plucks him out of the air, but
Spike planted.
by this point, it's a 4v2. Spike now planted. Liquid backs to the wall in this one.
Yep, again, maybe just look to damage the economy, upgrade some of these weapons, save it out. We have to wait and see. Scream still sheriff in hand. Oh, goes for the spam through the smoke, but Artist
Last player
there to back up his teammate when needed. Soulcast will fall, Paranoia comes through. Scream slips away, but it's just a matter of time here. If they give him another kill, which they don't. Artist will shut him down. 4-3 the scoreline now. G2 look like they've maybe got a response here.
Definitely found pathing for it. Waiting for... I don't know if it's timeout time yet. But I guess keep in mind that, you know, out of the 4 rounds, Liquid, of course, did win the pistol, which obviously accounts for kind of 2 in this scenario. Even converting on the 3rd, which is very impressive. But at this point, it's going to get a little bit tricky, I feel, if they don't find an answer soon to how to approach G2 in these scenarios. And it's not easy, but it looks like they're going for the proactive play through towards those B-halls. Soulcast not messing around, but yeah, the dash comes out. Zeke instantly finds Scream, though, I think was trying to play that nice little mid-peek, but now Soulcast is in trouble. Yeah, he's got to back away from this. They need to stay alive.
I like that. I mentioned it previously. Liquid happy not to respond to that early B main aggression. That time around, it's unfortunate, really, because the stack is so heavy from G2. I mean, you'd have to commit 2, potentially 3 people to play the numbers trade on that. Eccles, gotta be careful. Artist tucked in mid-link. Might spot out. Oh, he's crossed.
This could be big. His info on this. If Eccles keeps going, he could be in the back so quickly. And yeah, Link can at least kind of confirm the paranoia that was building as Cryptix now trying to deal with what's coming his way, dealt with swiftly by Patatech, and you can see the speed up here from Eccles. He wants to be the game changer, but Pit denies. Big play again from G2, and Link can't penetrate, he can't make that work, and Zeke's in position. This is just stunning work from G2.
Yeah, unfortunately, Eccles had to break the trap wire, which alerted Pit to his location on that flank. Zeke will pick up his 3rd by the end of that. Really, really good stuff. Again, the timing working in Eccles' favor, but again, the contingency, the trap wire, it's the little things like that, the discipline. That even if that happens, there's still something to catch that flank.
Yeah, they're not letting this one slip. This is G2 looking really, really very good. Everyone having a decent enough performance. No one dwindling yet. Mixwell certainly leading the way, though. He's very much been the proponent of some of these victories, some of these rounds, how quick he is to entry, how quick he is to put himself on the line. We have the Buckies coming out to play. Mixwell working in with Reyna in tow, forcing away that early aggression and kind of nullifying those Buckies, keeping them at a distance they just don't seem as feasible with.
It's again this B hit. Again, it just has to be a constant worry in the minds of Liquid. Is this the round G2 go all out? They you know, just completely push through B main.
God,
this time around,
G2.
yeah.
I mean, you can do as you want, you can try as you want, but they're playing as a pack here. G2 are not taking any chances. They are playing this to perfection. And Link left in dire straits. He can try and make some exits happen, but no guns will be recovered for him. That's valiant, if anything. And yeah, done for. Artist confirms it. Ooh, a tactical crouch to confirm for Mixwell. Sometimes the key gets stuck. You gotta work it out.
I hate when that happens. You
terrible,
gotta
isn't
sort that at the end of the round as well. After the last person's died, that's the best time to get that crouch key unstuck.
Yeah, very true. However, at least Liquid this time do get a decent purchase. Back on the rifles, no op coming out. Not really either of these teams too favorable towards it. Mixwell, of course, dabbles, but he's more than competent with that rifle as well. Very, very diligent himself, and it suits the playstyle they're approaching with on this attacking side. Very all-encompassing hits coming through and a hefty lean towards A. You do have the lurk of Mixwell towards middle, securing space on short and ensuring no one can get that information. But it's Link to take the fight. The one-way works incredibly well. Goodbye, Pit. Take a break this round. A little slice of orange or a sip of Red Bull, whatever you fancy. And he'll continue his work. And you can see the paranoia building of this presence on short. And it's all about that timing on the other side. And already the information's there. The control's there. Mixwell's got this. He's got the avenue towards the site now. And that Omen on the other side has to make a move. It's Link, and he does. Great work from Link. He knew that his days were numbered if Mixwell continued down this avenue. But the play back in was great. And G2 still aren't letting this go.
Screen posted. He should be able to pick this kill up onto Mixwell. He will indeed. Zeke, last man standing. The newcomer for G2 will get shut down there through the smoke. I guess just caught sightlines before that smoke popped, but really good round. I was about to say in the previous there, about round 8 is when we see that second cycle of ultimates come through, and it was actually in G2's favor this time. After the conclusion of that round, Link, Soulcast, and Scream back on their ultimates. Eccles 2 away, Cryptics 3 away. G2 have everything but the neural theft. And last time we did see them go for that play on B main where they invested a lot. It was 2 ultimates off the rip to try and get in, and it looks like we may have a similar situation here.
Oh, Mixwell, he's popped it. Here we go. Yep. There are those ultimates coming in. You're bang on with this. But he's in danger. Oh my word, Cryptics just set down the ultimate trap. He didn't make it out of the maze. And you can see Scream tucked in the corner. This is such great work from Liquid, seemingly reading the intentions that G2 wanted to have. And they got stopped in their tracks. Great work from the Killjoy, just instantly locking it down.
It's that small adjustment. Just having Killjoy in position to stop a rush like that, you can see. Unfortunately, I think Link just looking back just to make sure there's no threat of plays like that coming from G2, but it's a small adjustment. Just having the turret there to stop, obviously, the blade storm. I mean, the worst thing that a Raze and a Jet can see when they pop their ultimate is a Killjoy turret. Because you try and dash in, the tagging on that turret is just, it's toxic. It literally is, and it's the perfect counter, really. You can sit all the way back, the turret eats up all that damage, then he jumps into the alarm bot, there's a double molly set up. It's a really good adjustment by Liquid there, and look at it. I just talked about them having 4 ultimates. How many do they have now?
Yeah, spot on. Now the thing is, it looks like they're expecting maybe this A piece, but it is again a B hit. Now, again, look at the utility, just forcing Mixwell to be unable to be as quick as he'd like, instantly hindering that fast play that they've been kind of leaning towards, which has worked well, but now it's going to be that one player tucked to the back of the site, isolated, in trouble. Link's bailed him out, though. Mixwell's gone down, and now Eccles trying to buy time. Flash after flash after flash. Spots another. That's Rainer on the other side. Zeke looking worse for wear, but now he gets support from Padatek. In we go. Link, oh, a little ahead of the curve there, trying to make a play on his own. Doesn't go so well. What can Cryptics do about this one?
And initially, actually, with all that resistance by Liquid, G2 hold the line. 3 members, decent HP. Zeke very low, but we do know he can heal up after a kill. Oh, the recon doesn't tag Scream. They don't know that he's managed to get this close just yet. He jumps up, Pit finds a headshot. Padatek will respond again onto Soulcast. Cryptics now, not a lot left to do in a 1v3, and Ardis will shut him down. A 6-6 half once again here in the grand final.
I'm so happy we're getting such a great game between these two. I love the adaptations from Liquid. They finally worked out how to deal with that aggression. But the grip coming out from G2, man, they don't know how to lose on their attacks. They're so sharp on it. So again, I've got to say pistol is everything. I think if Liquid genuinely want to go at this, they've got to get that pistol under their belt because G2 still favor in this one for me.
Liquid hailed for their pistol round success on various maps, but this, funnily enough, statistically their worst attack pistol win rate. That's a big one. And again, it's nice to end out 6-6, but again, we know if your hand is forced and you buy back in and a couple of rounds on the trot. Right now, actually, Liquid, we look for this early mid presence here. Only one member of G2, which is Pit, over in market. Mixwell kind of playing this mid roaming role. The trapwire will give the information up, but nobody actually holding on to B main other than Pit from market.
Pit though does at least get one for his troubles, gets the information, but instantly smoke goes in the way. Mixwell can't quite get in. Yes, he can. Apparently, the frenzy just powers those bullets through. Scream backs away instantaneously, trying to support the squad. All players right now, at least for G2, kind of playing back in through that connector in middle. Soulcast sees another. Spike is down, but they're all at the back of the site here. No flex points for them. This retake is going to be rough, but it could be very doable. Let's see if this recon is as good as the other was at the end of that first half. Instantly taken down, but they've got some idea. But it's Cryptics to find Ardis. It's still going. Padatek still looking for a chance. He's not giving it. He has to step in. Great prediction on the Soulcast swing. And now Zeke works his way forward. Scream denies. And now Padatek left in such a hard spot. A 1v2, and Scream's made it almost impossible. Yeah, Padatek knows it. He's trying to do everything he can, and Liquid says no.
That's a big, big win for Liquid. Again, risking so much, and I love the fact that it plays out perfectly for G2 in the way that, yes, there's not a lot of pressure coming through B main, but Liquid's ability to isolate Pit and get that kill. Yes, Mixwell finds the second through the smoke with the frenzy. Again, I gotta say it. Mixwell's frenzy is just built different to everybody else's, but it's not enough. Liquid still push through and find that entry. G2, Buckies and Stingers across the board. And a slower approach this time around from Liquid. They're anticipating this aggression from G2.
Reading it well. Scream, cautious. In these sort of rounds, you want to get the feel of the approach from the opposition. Do they go aggressive? Are they trying to stack out somewhere? Are they overly leaning in a certain direction? For now, they've got the information that no one's really making big plays, so careful of stacks. Have there been any giveaways? What utility have we heard or seen? Again, not much. Scream can be the first man forward, the bravest to step through. Very careful. Zeke is a little pushed ahead here. Yeah, definitely got the information for it, but Padatek's gone down in the meantime. Just about lands it, but it's Pit at least to find Soulcast. The spike is still on its way though, and Link is just biding his time, trying to keep control of short, and you can see Scream still there. Still the big man to keep it all going in the right direction. Mixwell forced to almost fall away as a second. Yeah, Scream's not letting that happen at all. Great work from Scream. Ultimate's up. He's looking ready. 8 rounds. And we said the win conditions for Liquid were to pick up these sort of pistols, right? To get these sort of rounds. under their belt, because honestly, G2 are solid in their gun rounds and they get scary. So get those foundations built early on those pistols, and they've done it. Now, it looks like there is a bit of an issue with the ping. Yeah, Patatex is looking real juicy out there, straight up 300. So a little bit of a timeout comes in, but let's kind of talk about what we've seen so far and how it's met our expectations with these two teams. Has G2 performed to the level of this being probably one of their more favored maps, or has Liquid maybe exceeded our expectations, or which way do you see it?
I think so far, and it's G2 that really excel on attacking. We talk about just the pace at which they're able to play and embracing that chaos factor, the confusion factor. Again, those rounds we saw them hit B with all those ultimates. It's the Blade Storm comes out, the Hunter's Fury. There's like 3 or 4 different angles that they need to worry about. They can't fall back to these safe spots, you know, playing on steps, playing on site. They have to face that Blade Storm, basically just charging in from B main. I think Liquid handled that really, really surprisingly well. Actually, I'll say that. And that's not to kind of underestimate them, but with the level that G2 are able to perform on Ascent, it's actually refreshing to see it go to a 6-6 in the first half.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think I'm pleasantly surprised, I think is the best thing. For now, though, looking back into this, it looks like the issues have somewhat resolved themselves. So hopefully that's all good for Patatek. You don't want him being off his game here. You want him focused as ever. Scream pops out that ult that he definitely deserved after that previous round. And now Patrols, looking for that aggression that G2 could be implementing. You don't know yet. We still have to look across it. Zeke being the anchor towards A. How's he going to look on this one? We see it looking quite nice on Icebox. It's not bad at all. You know, we haven't seen too much of it yet. Still the newer addition to this G2 squad. Was it going to be the answer of their woes after the probably poor ending that they wanted to the year? They'd have loved to walk away with a nice first strike victory. Wasn't to be. And now we're going to see if he's put to the task. Zeke. Gonna have to deal with at least Scream to start with, and maybe even the rest if he does get past the first step. There goes the owl drone. Scream gonna move with it, trying to use it as almost his friend to work forward with. Clears the corner over by Wine, but now there's the problem. Mixwell's there, and here we go. Dashes in Zeke. Nice adjustment from him, looking for more. Mixwell's in support as well. This is a very solid hold thus far.
Oh, yeah, as you say that, actually, Liquid respond with 2 kills of their own. Patatek up here behind the smoke. Unfortunately, Scream couldn't get anything done with that Blade Storm, but Zeke with a really nice turn. A little bit of Killjoy set up there from hell. That's the...
Oh, that's geeky.
The Nano Swarm that cuts off the Heaven push, as you can see. 2 members under hell, though, and then the one behind Jen. Another one actually pops through. It gets him very low.
It's literally like a blender. They've both been taken just that little bit lower pit, obviously suffering more than Artist did, but there's the playback in. The better rifle is coming into effect. Link's still down here. He gets 1.
Oh my god.
He gets 2. He needs more, and he gets denied it. Patatek saving the day. Thank God his internet came back at the right time. Damn.
1 enemy remaining.
Well, it was costly, though. It was very costly. 4 deaths on the side of G2. Let's look at the money situation here. It's not great for G2, but obviously they won the round, so they gotta buy back into this one. A little bit of a tech issue where we got a pause coming through here.
Rather than feeding the Reddit drama, there we go. Nice.
Yeah,
we love a tech. We love a tech pause. I know, I was like, come on, girl, put the screen up before the track gets written out. I mean, they're just going to sort some bits out. Just have a little chat with the admin. No worries. Get that all fixed up so we can carry on in this great game. Honestly, I'm amazed by the amount of work that got done by the Stingers coming in, by all the kind of weaker weaponry that was left over in that bonus round. Considering that was a good buy for G2, that didn't go as expected. That probably, you know, they got the round, sure, they take that. You walk away with it, you're not that mad, but in the finer details, you wanted that cleaner. You didn't want to have to reinvest so heavily in this round.
Well, that's the thing. Liquid now come back into this with a better buy than G2. They played the bonus, and actually the damage they did makes it very, very difficult for G2 here. Heavy lean towards A here. The recon and the flashpoint comes through. That's going to reveal Patatek's position, so perfectly aware of this, but lots of presence here. Resistance shown by G2 initially, and Liquid thinking better of it. I think they've got a beat that there was 3 members of G2 over here. Again, Pit in that position with his utility invested across market and B main. Anchoring the other side of the map for G2.
Liquid did peel away from this, so maybe hoping it would diffuse that additional player being there. Hasn't really dissuaded them too heavily. Mixwell's kind of taken a quick glance towards the middle to see if anyone's out and about, but he could also turn that into a quick flank as well and support short. He's not that far off from it. Patitek's going to be the one to probably get first contact along with Zeke. No one sitting backside. It's all very much close. Patient round being shown here, and you're even going to have Pit coming over. Cypher's on the way. So here we go. It looks like the second bite of the cherry this time around. Patitek going to just wait for it. There goes Scream. He does get one and done, but not bad. He takes down Zeke. Now they know the position. Wait, no! Didn't check on Patitek. This is a huge error, and Pit's timing could not have been better. Leaving it all in the hands of Link, and that's gone nowhere.
Yeah, and that's a tough loss for Liquid. Like I said, they did the economic damage in the previous round. So they came back into that with a much better equipment loadout than G2. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of investment back again. You know, Scream's done fantastic to find that first entry. Patitek finds the second, and again, he's not hard cleared. Or Eccles, I think, expecting the counter peek from one of his teammates. So just glanced away for a second, but they spotted him there early round. I guess they just didn't expect him to have the balls to play it again when they regress towards A.
Scream's getting a little fruity too here. Up and over, has a peek, but they're going quite quick on this one. They're going to happily fight that early kind of check from G2, which is going to be Pit kind of tucked away himself, but I'm surprised he's still able to get away with this sort of play. Artis is there in support, trying to control the play coming across, but it's Mixwell coming in. There's Artis finally. And on the other side of things, Liquid looking rough in this one, down to just one, and they are super low HP. Yeah, Patitek nicely done to mop that up. That went nowhere. G2 look almost enraged at this point.
Good hold though, coming 1 or 2 rounds away from ultimates coming back online across the board. But G2 kind of ahead of the curve, to be honest. You are this one away from the Hunter's Fury, Zeke one away from the Empress, and Mixwell, Pit, and Patitek all got their ultimates online. On the side of Liquid, Lockdown, Rolling Thunder, but that's it. Haven't really seen too much in the form of, I mean, other than that previous round where they tried to hit A, and that was the kind of re-aggression towards A. We haven't really seen much in the form of structured executes here from Team Liquid.
It's quite surprising to me almost, because I do see Liquid as a very structured team in the way they approach the game, honestly. I think that's one of their bigger benefits sometimes. Obviously, the bonus of having Scream is fantastic, because he's just your perfect entry man at times. He'll really pop off. He'll just kind of create that space for you. But beyond that, I think the Liquid have very good structure. But you're right, we haven't seen too much of that yet.
Hopefully, and again, does it come back to that, you know, factor of them playing a little bit rigid in this default setup and not wanting to pivot too far away from it? It's, again, they have this over this time around, so they still have that ability to gather the information to find this, the freebie pick, if you like, the utility pick.
Oh, I like this fake though, if they stick with it. The amount of noise being made and attention towards A, quite like that. Now, I wonder how they approach this one, though. Oh, this could be a problem. Patitek around the back lines. Didn't see too much, didn't see any long rotations. Now, again, that spike is in the hands of Killjoy. Cryptics now a little bit paranoid. You can see that having to be checked, costing them a little bit of time here. There we go. Nothing to be seen. Now, do they commit back around towards A? Maybe a counter read here. This is really nice. The double fake coming out.
Revealing area.
And I'm looking at how Zeke's positioned. Just try and play safety at the back of site, basically. They've committed towards this B approach or this B lean.
30 seconds left.
There goes the ultimate. No one evacuating site just yet.
This is going to force them back, though. And again, the Rolling Thunder sent up to follow Zeke. Is his position noted?
Oh,
it is
spammed.
indeed. He's going to get spammed out there. But actually, Zeke finds the kill there. He's going to use the dismiss to get away. Soulcast finds it. The G2 now, 3v4 on the retake. Liquid have the Hunter's Fury. You can already see on the minimap they're looking to play that all the way back in main. Pit actually finds Eccles through the ground. That Nano Swarm once again just cutting off any push through. It's toxic.
It just makes me smile. Look, I'm glad I'm just not an admin. It makes me happy, but Mixwell trying to make things happier for the G2 fans, trying to make the play come back in on this one, but just forcing the fight with Soulcast was a great idea. Hackett's already on the side, fighting towards Killjoy, loses out. Cryptix though, it's a big tall task, and he's maybe the big man to do it. 35 HP. He's playing the time to perfection. He's just got to bide his time. Mixwell might have been out of it. He didn't get it halfway. Great work from Cryptix there.
Again, this is one thing as well, just to note, and I know we talked about this week, Lauren, is teams, you know, awareness of knowing what's going to happen in the post-plant. Mixwell straight away identifies the Hunter's Fury's online. Somebody's going to be playing deep A main, maybe trying to cover Soulcast to be in a position to use that ultimate, but instead just brute forces through and finds that kill onto Soulcast. That's the sort of response you want to see, so that teams can't kind of lean on that crutch in the post-plant scenario.
9-9. It's going to be a close game all the way through. What a great grand final we have here for home ground by Red Bull. Both of these teams fighting tooth and nail for this. Liquid coming back in. Buy's not perfect. You're seeing Spectres and bits and pieces. Some decent enough purchase, but not ideal, not perfect. And now Zeke, new position.
Get out of my way.
Different angle. You can see him switching things up. Posted the back side last time around, and Scream gets the knives out. No one's really been pressuring middle too much. You've had Mixwell occasionally having a little look, but nothing too much to write home with.
That's one thing, actually, and I'm glad you've brought that up. Usually G2 would be happy to do, we talk about that deathmatch playstyle they like, especially on Ascent. We've seen these really, really aggressive plays out on defense, but here it seems like they want to control the pace in the opposite direction.
Oh, Zeke just beheaded Scream. That's the ultimate gone. That angle was not favorable to him either, but just takes it like a champ. Zeke is an animal at this, and Artist there secures it. No one's getting easy access to the sites, and this patient, passive play from G2 is paying dividends. They are in the right place at the right time, and Zeke, the newcomer, is putting his name on the board. The body bag's being filled, and it's Zeke at the helm.
Yeah, really nice. And that's, again, another really good example of how you can play Reyna playing in that one-and-done spot. It's out in the middle of nowhere. That peek from short should, in theory, always get traded if it's any other agent. But Zeke lands a headshot, can dismiss away. Really good stuff from him. And of all the people to fall, it's Scream with the ultimate popped.
Yeah. I mean, Zeke's putting in work right now. This guy is looking good, and we were highlighting how much we, you know, how we were kind of unsure of how good it could be on Icebox and what have you, but here Zeke looks very comfortable. New positions, constantly being a nuisance, constantly different angles. Really like that sort of approach. And as said, G2 are not playing into the hands of Liquid, playing these slower, you know, kind of more catch any aggression sort of approaches. This is a very well-rounded G2 who look ready to close this down. But again, 10 rounds by their name, 9 to Liquid. Let's see what they can maybe achieve with this. Liquid still looking for options here, and Mixwell's not allowing any.
There's a gap in the smoke. Mixwell actually finds the second as well. It's heartbreaking there. Mixwell comes out, finds the third. Zeke will find another. Mixwell, a 4K on that one. The gap in the smoke is just... And of course, Mixwell is the one to find value. Spotting that out, finding the first kill and the second. That's what you need from Mixwell in the finals here. That puts G2 on 11. Liquid back on... I say a full buy, it's 4 light armors. Cryptix one away from the lockdown, Link one away from his TP, but it's not looking good now. This is the do or die round for Liquid.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Have to see if there's a switch up for the final. Hunter's Fury actually popped prematurely here from Ardis, and he will find Eccles deep on A lobby. I'm gonna send the drone out just to see if there's any follow-up, but that's a huge loss for Liquid. Scream gonna try and charge down this kill on Mixwell. Actually finds the headshot, so 10 HP left on Mixwell now. He's got to reposition, maybe look for a way back in towards B site, but market control goes over to Liquid. Soulcast will find Patitech. That's a big win in mid. That should draw a little bit of focus from G2. Well, it doesn't actually. Mixwell still posted up here. Ardis over at the defensive spawn. Zeke holding down A site alone.
It's a good lean though. Nice little fake on the sound for Link there. But it's Scream to find Mixwell, so that's opened up an avenue. And look how isolated Zeke is now towards A. That anchoring he's been incredibly good at, again, gets put to the test. Now, Ardis, I'm not sure how much he's shown that he's over towards this site, but Pit definitely going to be noted here. Stunning adjustment from Ardis, though. That's going to at least kind of give away the game that they're heading right back towards A. So Zeke is on notice. 28 seconds. This is going to be the 12th round on the board for G2 if he plays this to perfection. And now they know his position, though. They wait for the timing. Oh, the adjustment from Scream. His move to try and counter where Zeke has been was incredible. And now Scream needs to live, though. He needs to be a threat and a nuisance, and he's chosen Pit as his potential next victim. And like a thief in the night, he's just ripped away this retake. Ardis would have to dig deep, and I think he knows. This ain't the one to do it on. Scream's kept him in it, boys and girls. It's 10 to 11. We're right back at this.
A do or die round, and Liquid squeeze it out. Scream. Initially, the headshot on Mixwell forces him away from Market. Comes back, and the way he played that 1v2 situation, just fantastic. Takes contact on short. Ardis calls it out to Pit. Pit tries to then flank through, but Scream's ready for it. And then wins back-to-back 1v1s.
Okay, pressure moment. Now, the money's still decent for G2 to fashion a good purchase here, and we even have the op coming out as well. Let's see what Mixwell does with this. Does he dare get aggressive? It's kind of been counterintuitive. Zeke, more aggressive this time as well. Slightly more, I guess, close to the precipice towards A, but he's going to isolate one. Now there's trouble afoot. You can see him want to kind of keep him humble, leave Patitek actually to the challenge. And they fade away from it. Eccles was in danger there. And they expect that flex through short, but no one's coming in this way.
And again, just another slow approach from Liquid here, just putting out the feelers, waiting to get a read on G2. And the surprising thing about this defensive half from G2 is Ardis has literally spent every round in spawn. And that's not where you'd usually see Ardis. He would usually be the one looking for those kills in mid.
See,
the G2 definitely readjusting here.
Okay. I can't imagine a better player to be the one to potentially take him 12 here. He's got the angle, he's got the ult, and now he's got so many more players coming his way. Oh! Dashes the knife through, doesn't get what he wants. And the Killjoy is going to commit to this. They want this one done. They want Mixwell out of there. They need that spike to be going down pretty soon. Trying to ignore the turret, and he's going to do just that. 23 seconds. Link's already there, though. A horrible surprise awaits. And now they try and make the cross. Oh, this spams in, sprays away. Hoping for the best, but now a 3v3. And now the timing, 10 seconds. Zeke's around the back. He's found one. We need to see that spike going down. It's in, and now a 3v2 post plant. This is it. Link tucked in away, trying to make the best he can, denying Ardis that first step in the right direction. The crossfire's set, but he spammed out. 91 HP, still okay though. You can see on the other side, Cryptix tries to stay in this one, and you can see just that net slowly closing in. 38 HP, he can't do any more. Ardis knew also well, and that's going to be 12 on the board. G2, a punishing way to take it there. And now there's just one more round between them and the victory.
Wow. As soon as Link finds that entry, I thought it was going to be pretty easy for Liquid to lock that one down. But again, just a big 1v1. Eccles very low HP. Ardis, I'm pretty sure he invested 3 full mags of ammo to clear Link out of there. Yeah, look at it. It's...
Oh, no. All right. This could be the final round. Liquid. 2 sheriffs, 2 pistols, full armor. They've opted for the armor over, maybe able to cycle out the guns that they can then pick up and collect. Mixwell might fancy it. You do have this, though, as a start. Patitek, head removed. A public execution here in the grand finals. And Scream wants more, and he's a man who can come online in these final moments when you think it's all over. And now they take a second to pause, a second of consideration. With that pick towards A, do we then pressure the issue, or do you try and fake out those rotations and head back to B?
Comes out again, and I think the reason Liquid are playing this kind of early poking, looking, baiting out utility, finding out who's where is because Mixwell, he's got the operator on board now, so that again becomes that factor. Where does Mixwell swing from early round? Where does he hold? Is he... It's just so hard to double guess. Liquid leaning 5 back over towards B. There's 3 members of G2 this time around. Mixwell solo anchoring A.
It's a great call by G2. Really great call. Now they know that Zeke's here. This is going to be a dangerous side to hit. They need Scream to deliver, and he can't. Zeke's there, and now problems are plenty. Argus takes down 2, and Liquid are down to dire straits.
30
2
seconds
players
left.
remain. Soulcast bails them out with a quick kill. A 3v2. Liquid down to 24 seconds. Still 2 players on the site. Zeke's still there. Pit's still there. Link tries to work forward. He hasn't seen it. The off-fag. Oh my god, a miss from Zeke. But wait, do they check for Pit? Oh my god. Pit, he gets what? He gets the second!
Defenders
My G2, that was close.
Still much to be
Liquid
done.
had a glimpse at what it would be like to be the victors, but G2 are your home ground victors, brought to you by Red Bull. Incredible play from them in the end. But that was a way closer game, Hypoc. I cannot believe it went that far.